Islamic finance is the fastest growing segment of the global banking industry, with more than 300 banks across the world offering Sharia-compliant products and services. Kazakhstan, Central Asia's largest economy, is leading the region's modern expansion of this finance market, and the Astana International Financial Center, launched in 2018, has helped the country accelerate the efforts. I am joined today by Madina Tukulova, Deputy Head of Islamic Finance and Business Hub at the Astana International Financial Center. Madina, thank you for joining us today. If you could tell us briefly, what is the essence of the Islamic finance?
Thank you. Good day. Islamic finance is financing and banking activities that comply with Sharia, Islamic law. Islamic financial institutions are based on unique concept of profit and loss sharing, and with the customer and with the client by the various way of Sharia-compliant financial and investment tools. So Islamic finance is based on partnership, on the project which has underlying assets, and also it promotes the development of the real economy. So the principle of Islamic finance that wealth should be generated by the legitimate trade or asset-backed investment. So the use of money, the purpose of using money for making money is forbidden in Islamic finance. And also investment should be involved in ethical and social processes.
And so far, how would you evaluate the progress that Kazakhstan has made in the development of the Islamic finance, and what are the overall prospects for this development?
So Islamic finance has huge potential here in Kazakhstan and in the region, since the potential market of services in the field of Islamic finance is affected by large underserved Muslim population exceeding 80 million people, and projected to grow up to 100 million population by 2030, as well as a very strong link between the real economy and Islamic finance. Kazakhstan has a positive economic outlook, strong high demand, strategic geographic location, and a large Muslim population. All these factors, coupled by the strong government support, will foster the development of Islamic finance, not only in our country, but also in the region.
So according to the latest government data, assets of Islamic banks in Kazakhstan account for only 0.25% of the total volume of banking assets in the country. And why do you think that is the case, and what the country can do to increase the total volume?
So we have to understand that in Kazakhstan, besides AIFC, there are only two Islamic banks, Al-Hilal Islamic Bank and Zaman Bank. So, but nevertheless, we can say that the average annual growth of Islamic banking assets is about 30% over the past 3 years. And for example, average growth at the same period of the banking assets overall is around 10 to 12%. So we understand that we have like different challenges. For example, lack of Islamic banking participants. Islamic banks, they are not covered by the deposit insurance scheme. And also we have lack of supporting infrastructure instruments, such as liquidity management instruments. But this is the reason why Islamic finance is a key pillar of AIFC, Astana International Financial Center. That's why we are doing our job. We're trying to develop Islamic finance ecosystem, Islamic finance infrastructure, not only AIFC or Kazakhstan, but also for all region.
And if you could elaborate about the work that the AIFC is doing in the development of this sector.
AIFC and AIFC Islamic Finance and Business Hub particularly, we are, first of all, we are developing the legislation in the field of Islamic finance. Again, not only in AIFC, but also we are cooperating with Kazakhstan regulator, and also we are in very close relationship with regional regulators, national banks. Also, we are advising potential AIFC participants which will provide their services in the field of Islamic finance. We're advising potential Islamic security issuers, sukuk issuers. Also, we understand the importance of capacity building programs, and that we need to create a pool of experts in the field of Islamic finance. That's why we organize different events, different training programs, and international certification programs for everyone who are interested in Islamic finance. And again, awareness of Islamic finance, we have to increase it. That's why we, together with our colleagues, with international partners, we arrange different events, such as, for example, a session of Islamic finance during World Investors Week. So we very closely cooperate with international Islamic financial organizations, with Islamic Development Bank, Asian Development Bank, to promote and to develop this ecosystem here in Kazakhstan.
And in general, do you see the demand from potential investors and residents and businesses for Islamic finance and Islamic banks here in Kazakhstan?
We can say yes. And now we are working with regional companies which are planning to open here their representative. And also, I can say that, for example, we have here as a AIFC participant Al Rayyan Bank from Qatar. It's a subsidiary of Al Rayyan Investment, which is subsidiary of one of the biggest bank in Qatar, Masraf Al Rayyan. Also, we can see here a demand from our regional partners from Uzbekistan, Kyrgyz Republic, and also Tatarstan. For example, some of them, they haven't legislation in Islamic finance. That's why we very closely cooperate with them to promote Islamic finance here and there also.
So what are some of the factors that could motivate businesses and people to use Islamic finance services?
So what we as AIFC can do just to develop infrastructure. We have to attract more Islamic financial institutions, Islamic financial and non-financial institutions. We already established possibility to issue Islamic securities within our stock exchange, AIX, Astana International Stock Exchange. So what we can do just to create this infrastructure and ecosystem, this is our work. And as we will work very intensively with our international partners, we can create these conditions to open more Islamic banks, to open more Islamic financial institutions, and customers, they will come to use. Because for them, it's just an alternative way of financing or investment. It's not like sometimes people say that Islamic finance is only for the Muslim. No, Islamic finance for all. It's just an alternative way to you to have to use more financial instruments.
Could you also tell us about the projects and plans that you have until the end of this year or for next year?
So I just wanted to say that we here in AIFC, again together with our international partners such as the Asian Development Bank and Islamic Development Bank and international Islamic financial organizations, we created favorable legislative framework on Islamic finance. Islamic banks, Islamic non-banking organizations, Islamic brokerage companies, Islamic asset management companies, Islamic funds, and takaful means insurance, Islamic insurance or reinsurance. They can open here their like branch, subsidiaries or representative. Also, like as of today, we have several organizations which are providing services in the field of Islamic finance from Qatar, from Bahrain, from UAE, UK, US, Egypt, and also Kazakhstan. So also, as I mentioned, we AIX created the possibility to issue Islamic securities sukuk, and already Islamic securities sukuk of Islamic Development Bank and Qatar International Islamic Bank, they have been cross-listed within our stock exchange. The amount is around more than 5 billion USD. Also, what we are doing, we together with Asian Development Bank, this year we arranged event, like an online program on Islamic finance, and till the end of the year we are planning executive webinars on Islamic finance. We are planning to, as a speakers, to invite top management of Islamic banks from all over the world, and also representative of central banks and regulators who are like actively promoting Islamic finance as a speakers, and it will be kind of the interview just to understand how they are doing Islamic finance, how they are promoting and developing Islamic finance. Also, we hope that till the end of the year we are expecting sukuk issues within our stock exchange, and we are expecting that the Islamic financial institutions, we have, as I mentioned, from different countries, and also they are doing like as Islamic banks or as Islamic fintech companies. They also will be they actively provide their service to Kazakhstan citizens. Also, AIFC is a member of international Islamic financial organizations such as Islamic Financial Services Board, Accounting and Auditing Organization for Islamic Financial Institution, also General Council of Islamic Banks and Islamic Financial Institutions. We established AIFC Sharia Advisory Board, which also consists of top-notch and well-known specialist experts on Islamic finance and Sharia, and also they are contributing to the development of Islamic finance within AIFC. So, and all these initiatives taken by the AIFC have boosted the country's ranking in Global Islamic Finance Index, and now we are number 14.
Thank you for joining us today.